Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread!
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread!
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man. Drink it in, man.
With Amex Platinum, you can enjoy access to dedicated card member entrances at select events because skipping the line makes you the star of game day. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex. Card member entrance access not limited to Amex Platinum Card.
What up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. You can get up to 100 times your money.
Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code SPOTIFY. That's code SPOTIFY on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Your teen requested a ride, but this time not from you. It's through their Uber teen account. You drive your teenager around, a lot, to their friend Jacob's house, their other friend Jake's house, to James's, to Jaden's, to Jalen's, to...
Mom? This is Jake's house, not Jacob's.
Now with an Uber teen account, your teen can request a ride under your supervision. They'll ride with a highly rated driver, and with live trip tracking, you'll follow along the whole ride to their friends' houses that all sound the same. Add your teen to your Uber account today. See app for details.
Bye, Mom.
The NFL season is finally here, so make sure you're ready with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. It gives you the most live NFL games all in one place, exactly what you need to make your Sundays more magical. Sign up today at youtube.com/Sunday Ticket. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
Detroit Koolaid. I should be a little more depressed, but it's the pod. You know what we do. Detroit Koolaid drinkers, what's going on, everybody? It's your host, Eric Oakley, right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast, talking about those Lions, which unfortunately took a loss somehow to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm still trying to figure out how it happened, what happened. Probably the worst loss since we got worked in Carolina there on the concrete field they had back in the day. We were making a late playoff push. We'll talk all about it. I've got Chops in the D, the one and only Choppy Chop on the line. Normally I'd introduce him and he'd say something, but Chops, I just want to ask you, we don't have time to mess around. On this pod, are we going to talk about our tailgate and all the hilarity? Do you want me to talk about my boy, Brian Branch, and the white, crispy, authentic Brian Branch game jersey with a mouthpiece hat that I rock to the game? Or how about maybe we talk about the end of half absolute debacle from Dan freaking Campbell, our special teams coordinator, the 18 players that were on the field? Maybe we could get into, I don't know, hashtag JMOFast doing work and also having a few issues maybe in this game. We could talk all about cornbread and Detroit Koolaid. We could talk about my boy, Brian Branch, with like a one-handed interception. We can always talk about Amon-Ra. I mean, we could talk about Baker Mayfield just working us all the way down the field, running the football. Chris Godwin just making our DBs roasted, toasted, and extra crispy. Or, here's an idea, maybe we just spend the whole first segment, maybe the whole show, talking about your boy Jared Goff throwing wobbly spirals, throwing the ball 55 times, throwing the ball to the wrong colors, making bad plays, bad decisions, and basically having one of his worst games as a Detroit Lion, and you getting worked by fans walking out with your 16 jersey, them asking you what the heck's going on. You can pick any of those. You can steer the ship however you want. I'm fired up. I'm ready to talk about an unfortunate loss, and then I'm ready to get on to more gloriousness on the show where we're going to absolutely annihilate that midget Kyler Murray in the Arizona Cardinals. Chops, how you doing?
Oh, Okri, I had a feeling today you were gonna spin the wheel. You were gonna do what all the media is doing and find a way to completely blame this loss on Jared Goff. Wow, shocker. In fact, I believe there was even some like H2O talk coming out of your mouth as we were leaving the stadium. Some boola about, oh my gosh, Jared Goff, $53 million. That's not the kind of play we're blah, blah, blah. So listen, there is so much to get into, so many things we can talk about. I know you're going to be throwing shade at my boy Jared Goff, and you almost put me in a position where even when I don't want to defend him, I feel like I got to defend him because I got knuckleheads in the stadium going, trade Jared Goff, bench him, bring in H2O. He could have done better than him. Oh, and that was just a quick preview. I definitely have a rant about some stooge as we were leaving the stadium came by and like tapped me on the shoulder and was like, you need to take off that jersey. We got to trade Jared Goff. He's terrible. I'm like, okay, buddy, take a break. He's got more playoff wins than any other quarterback in my lifetime for this team. So you can just take a step back and don't touch the crispy jersey because I don't have time for your boola boola.
That's terrible.
So Chops, you obviously spent that whole retort kind of trying to defend your boy, talk about what other people were saying and doing. I mean, you've made it a gimmick. You've made it your life blood on this show of coming on and just whooping this guy up. He's played great. You're the conductor, the train. I mean, that's all fine and well, and for the most part, you've been right. But me, the stooge behind that tapped your shoulder, the other fans that riled you up, people at the seats at the tailgate where I was like, I don't know, this guy over here, he loves Jared Goff. I'm not the biggest guy, but he's obviously been pretty good. I mean, it's no shame to admit that he was absolutely terrible. I mean, I know that. Charles knows that.
That's terrible.
You know that. The stooge knows that. The fans know that. The tailgate people know that. Like, you could just admit it and move on. You don't got to go on a 30-minute. You got to defend him for the whole show. I mean, here's a little Kool-Aid to help you out.
Drink it in, man.
Side of cornbread.
Cornbread.
I better make it a double.
Cornbread.
You better make it a burnt cornbread after the performance that the Lions put up because, oh, baby, there's so much blame to go around for this game. Listen. Last week you challenged me. I think we had a whole segment about AG, right? And I think the gimmick that we came up with and that I came back to you at the tailgate was like, well, AG stands for ain't good. And we went with that for a little while. But hey, the defense actually played well. We held them to 216 total yards. They were 2 for 10 on third downs, only 2 red zone appearances the entire game. So AG, who refers to himself as AG because, AG got his stuff together and then, AG knows what he's doing, but he totally redeemed himself. But sadly, the offense, that went down the crapper pretty dang quick there. And Dan freaking Campbell admitted it. And I'm still kind of waiting to hear from Ben Genius because I'm not sure what kind of genius he was going up with, but having your quarterback throw the ball 55 times against the Succaneers, who also lost their best stopgap run gap stopper in Vita Vea halfway through the game, and we just decided, let's just keep slinging it. So, the players got to play, the players got to execute. Jared Goff has to be better. I will go on record to say the first interception was actually not on Jared Goff. It was actually on the refs who did not call the contact 10 yards down the field on the receiver who was supposed to catch the ball and be exactly where Jared Goff threw the ball, but he wasn't. But he probably could have had about 2 or 3 other ones that were intercepted anyway, so it kind of made up for it. But that's neither here nor there.
Chops, you want to know what Dan freaking Campbell has to say about everything you've said so far in this show?
Yeah, I do.
You've had enough of that.
All right. I'm trying to let you steer the show. What else do you want to talk about other than me beating up your quarterback and you defending your quarterback? Because that'll happen throughout the show, regardless of topic. What else we got? Or do you want me to just rant and rave all day? Because I could do either or is fine.
Well, I mean, if you would clean out your ears and actually listen to the words coming out of my mouth, you would have heard me say a whole segment on how the defense actually played well. So, and I'll keep adding to it. Hutch was an absolute beast. 4.5 sacks. He was all over the field. He was all over Baker Mayfield, like we said he was going to be. I think I shot out a tweet there. I was like, my prediction of 17 sacks may have been a little light for Mr. Hutchinson. So that dude was all over. You touched on it on the beginning, and I'll read back. Our boy, whatever we're going to call him, just balled. And I think actually Oakley, he must have gotten some inspiration from the mouthpiece in the helmet, in the hat, the costume that you had on, the crispy jersey, the hat with the mouthpiece. He was pretty impressive, and we got a lot of good compliments on that. So kudos to you for a great gimmick idea there. Had a huge bounce back game, which was nice to see, which again, I think we said he was going to. So all good there. The defense, actually, like I said, Oakley, these stats just don't. It doesn't make sense that we lost this game when you're looking at it. Total of 200 yards, like 212 yards to our 400 and something. Like, again, Chris Godwin, seemed like he really roasted us. And he did. I mean, he did. He had that 141-yard bomb, seven receptions, 117 yards, a tug, and that 41-yard bomb on 7 targets. But, like, really? Nobody else did anything. Mike Evans, 42 yards, ho-hum. Some bum named Jalen McMillan with 21 yards. Rashad White, like 10 carries, 18 yards. 1 catch, 5 yards. Like, they're studs. The only stud that balled for them was Chris Godwin. Other than that, we were actually able to contain them. But Dan Campbell blunders, special teams screwing up at the end of the half there. I mean, we should have been down. We should have kicked that field goal and only been down a point going into halftime. It totally changed the outcome of the game. And again, I don't know. Dan Campbell did the right thing. He came out and he accepted responsibility, just like every leader of men is going to do. Just like all the players that, coach said it's on him, but it's got to be on us too. But honestly, I don't know what Dan freaking Campbell and Ben Johnson were thinking with this game plan come Sunday.
They thought that their quarterback could ball out and throw the ball all over the yard on these debacle, injured, top Bulls defense, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't make throws. He threw it to the wrong squad. He was bumbling all over the field. And by the way, he makes $53 million per year. All right, so that's neither here nor there. You want me to comment on the defense? You're over here bloviating. I think I heard Dan Freaky Campbell and others talk about how great their defense was. Was the defense great when Baker Mayfield was rumbling through our defense for like a 12-yard scramble touchdown where he's beamed the ball into our crowd, into like the second tier of seats? Absolute just slap in the face to the team and the fans. Was our defense great when we almost got another handful of sacks and we missed them, and then Baker decides he's just going to twinkle toes his way through and get first downs or throw on the run to wide open guys because we can't cover a coffee table most of the time? We're playing 5 yards off, Terrion Arnold and others. Like, of course Hutchinson was good. I mean, unleash Hutch. Unleash Hutch. I mean, the music was playing on repeat all day. We get it, 4.5 sacks. The guy's a monster. But I would not call this a great performance by the defense. Okay, you held them to 20. Have you looked around the National Football League recently? Quarterbacks are throwing for like $180 on average. 250 is like a great day. And they don't have to throw it 55 times like your boy to get there.
Wait. 250 is a great day. Jared Goff threw for 307. So did he have a tremendous day then? Is that what you're saying, Oakley? I think that's what I just heard you say. Jared Goff had a tremendous day.
You cut me off before I could finish my backhanded compliment, which is, even if you get 250, you don't got to throw it 55 times to get there. And by the way, how many times are you going to either throw it to the other team or short hop a guy or overthrow a guy or miss a guy wide open in the end zone? Like, I mean, I'll take the 180 if you don't do any of those things. So that's neither here nor there. But so I don't think AG really got it together. I'm not really an AG hater. I like AG. AG likes AG. You're the one that has the problem with AG. I have a problem with our corners just not being way better, and just the overall defense not being aggressive enough. And then, yeah, I have a problem with my former boy Baker Mayfield, like looking like either an all-pro or just outwilling us when we had plenty of chances to win this ball game at the end. Every time we came up shy, every time they made plays, they were the Lions, we were the bumbling Buccaneers in this game. It was so frustrating at so many levels. You probably could have won it 3 times, 4 times at the end, and came up short every single time.
Yeah, those last 4 possessions, man. I mean, it's funny because I remember looking, we looked at each other. And it was like, I think there was 4 minutes left in the game. We had the ball and we're like down by 4. And we're just like, just pound the rock. Just pound the rock. Maybe it'll open up a couple passes here and there, but just like get back to hard-nosed football. And what did we do? We went 13 plays, 76 yards, 4 minutes off the clock, and didn't score because we turned it over on downs. And I'm like, okay. And most of those were passes as well. I think, only like 2 runs. What do we do? Again, it just didn't make any sense. I didn't understand it at all. So, but yeah, to end the game with turnover on downs, interception, punt. Not a great way to finish the game and losing by 4 to the Succaneers. It was pretty pitiful. 0 points in the 4th quarter. So,
Choppy, I'm looking at my phone here, and I'm seeing a couple of messages here from my guy, Nick Wagner, a good longtime buddy all the way back to high school days and whatnot. And it says something like this. He was a little frustrated by the game, by the quarterback, by our coordinator, by the fact that we lost to Tampa Bay. But here there's one text that says, so many wobbly passes. I mean, I think I saved that. I pinned it. But after that, he puts, let's be clear. JG needs to get some plyometrics in during the offseason. I know he has a supermodel wife, but he is looking soggy. Hold on. And then it continues, maybe after I took a couple shots at your quarterback too. Twig arms and a belly, dad bod, and he isn't even a dad. Hit those plyos, JG. I mean, Wagner's coming after his play, his looks, his physical fitness. I mean, this is what most fans are feeling these days. He went from couldn't do any wrong to now people are picking at the giraffe neck that he has, or the twig arms, or the belly / non-working out $53 million quarterback we have. What do you got to say about that before I get back to some good stuff about the fun we had at our tailgate?
The only thing that I have to come back with y'all on all this just Jared Goff hate is you can hate him now, but when he's raising the Lombardi Trophy, you don't get to talk about how great he is because I don't want to.
I'll talk.
You like I said.
I talk.
You don't get to join the Goff train when you continue to give backhanded compliments. When you get yes, he had a bad game. Every quarterback has bad games. All right. Again, I would also say that our gaming plan did not fit what we should be doing when we have the best O-line and the most dynamic running back duo in the league. Yes, he should not be dropping back and throwing 55 times, especially when you can tell that he's off a little bit. It made no sense whatsoever. But continue the Jared Goff hate. Like I told the other knucklehead, he's the most winning. He's got more playoff wins than any quarterback in our lifetime. And when he wins playoff games and he wins Super Bowls, I don't want to hear you come back and go, oh, Jared Goff, I'm so glad we played him. Oh, he's so great. So you can keep hating, and I will keep conducting the Goff train, and we'll see who ends up out on top. And of course, then you get the luxury of going, well, I don't hate him, but I mean, I hope he does good. And I guess if he wins a Super Bowl, yeah, great, cool. But I still don't, you get to play you get to play the fan that you hate the most, the guys that you dog on, the SOL fans, when I liked the Lions before, it was cool to like the Lions, and hating, but also then kind of rooting for them. You're doing exactly what you call out all the time. So that's fine. Continue it on. Bash Jared Goff all you want. And also, before I give you the mic back, I'm going to say one more thing. People, it's one game. Okay, we're 1-1. People are leaving the stadium thinking we're like 0-10 or something. They're like, oh, fire Ben Johnson. Oh, what's Stan freaking Campbell doing? Oh, bench Jared Goff. I'm like, guys, we lost one game where our defense actually, again, statistically balled out, and the offense had a bad day. We went 2 for 7 in the red zone, and we just had a bad game. Okay, like last week we didn't have a great game and we won. This week we didn't have a great game and we lost. But guess what? It's one loss. And the last time I checked, there's some pretty darn good teams that lost this week as well. So overreaction Monday, calm down, people. No one's getting fired. Nobody's getting benched. It was one game.
All right, let me state for the record, for everybody that was not asleep during that take, that not once did Chop defend his quarterback's physical fitness or shape of his arms, his overall physique, or anything in between. Chops, you also acted
because
like...
I'm not going to validate it. Not going to validate it.
You also acted like you can just yell at people and tell them they're not on the Goff train or that you don't support this guy. I mean, you can't do that, can you?
I don't want your boola support when it comes to Jared Goff. You don't get to join the Goff train. You're off, bro. You're off.
I mean, you can't get away with saying stuff like that. And then you hit me with a side comment about how, like, I'm going to say, oh, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I don't. I don't hate him. I don't. And the funniest part is I can rile you up. I can say all this stuff. We can make funny bits here on the show. And then you act like, oh, and then I can't support him later. How many times I got to tell you, if they wear a Lions uniform, I support them until they don't, and they work at the bowling alley, and then I can make fun of them and pretend I never supported them. But don't tell me I can't support the guy, I can't make fun of him, I can't beat him up, I can't love him up. That's what I do on this show. And yes, I hate people that do that on other levels, but we do this for the Koolaid Cast, for the people. I mean, did you forget about the people, Chops? I mean, you know who they are, right?
And the people consist of the millions.
And after your boy Jared Goff is so terrible, they want me to come on here and rile you up, take shots, and then if he goes and throws for 300 and beats the midget Kyler Murray, which we'll talk about in a bit, of course I'm going to love him again, and of course I'm going to be in the back of the Goff train kind of halfway with my foot out the door, but I'm going to be excited, and yes, if he takes on a big Super Bowl run and we win, me and everybody else is going to be happy, and we'll delete this pod. I mean, it's all good. That's what we do. So, Choppy, I figured we might go long in this first segment. One, because you had to get your manila folder out and defend your boy like it's a court case. Second of all, we didn't even get into, like, why are we running people on the field? Amon-Ra with like 20 targets. I mean, we didn't even talk about the tailgate where there was like, I made like 6 trays of cornbread. The people were loving it. You're doing the choppy breakfast sandwiches. We've got Kool-Aid flowing. We even had burial number 2 of Matt Stafford. I mean, we buried him last year when it was minus 30 degrees out and we tailgated for 8 hours. We had to bury him again. It was like 95 degrees out this year, but we put him in we had to dig him up, put him back in the grave again. The people love that, the actual burial in the casket with the jersey, with the Undertaker music, with Kool-Aids on top of him. Like, we had so much fun before the game. We had some fun early on in the game, and then the end of the game was no good because we lost. We made some mistakes, couldn't find the end zone, couldn't get in the end zone from the red zone. And we took an L to Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though we know that this is still true.
I'm like, that's Baker Mayfield right there. Baker. Yeah. I just want to let you know. He sucks, okay? Yeah, there you go. Mark it down.
Yeah, I've come to that same agreement here years later, especially when he beats our team in the den. How'd we lose in the den, Choppy, to that team that was all injured and has that guy at quarterback and lackluster defense that tore up your boy? All right, I can't have a 10-minute retort. Tell me what we got, get us to break, and then we're coming back. We'll talk a little bit more about the people, the boola, the hype it up, and then we got to get to Arizona, traveling to the big toaster oven in Arizona to take on, wow, the Cardinals who scored like 40, and look at their quarterback who can't get on the rides at Cedar Point, and oh, look at their flashy new wide receiver. Oh, they got this, they got that. They got nothing, and I'll tell you why in a bit. What else you got, Choppy? Get us to break.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, of course we had to start out the show with like the reality of the game, but I think we can both agree that the best part of the game was the pregame tailgate. With all the gimmickry that we had going on, I'm tossing out Kool-Aid. We found a nice new lot there right on Cass Avenue. We were chuckling it up with all the fans. We got to heckle some people. Lots of photo ops with the burials and the signs and just the cornbread and the Kool-Aid was flowing everywhere, doing some blue Jello shots and, just having a grand old time. And honestly, that had to have been the highlight of the day because it was a little crispy outside. Let me tell you, I think well, I got to do my math here. Let's see. It was -30 the last time we were there. And then it was 90 when we were there on Sunday. So, the 120-degree swing was in full effect. And, but no, I think we can agree that the tailgate was great. The people are awesome. Lots of photo ops, again, it just amazes me whenever we do this setup, like how many people are just like, what? Oh, the Koolaid Cast. Let me check this out. We hand out signs, we hand out cards, Kool-Aid, and everyone just has a darn good time. And that's not going to stop people because you know what? I got a feeling that the Lions Nation is going to invade Arizona. What do they call that? What do they call their place now? The State Farm Stadium or whatever the heck it is. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the breakdown, the game and all that after the break. But, to put a bow on last Sunday, amazing tailgate, terrible game. Moving on.
Everybody, we're moving on. Please listen to our sponsors. We'll be back talking all types of hilarity here on the Koolaid Cast and previewing our Dubski in Arizona against the Cardinals. Everybody, we'll be right back.
What's up?
Before you board your flight, where'd we get that incredible gnocchi?
Hold up. Did you just call gnocchi gnocchi?
No. You're at the airport. No way you can hear me.
Actually, with my new Galaxy Buds 3 Pro from Samsung, I can hear everything.
Now boarding.
Gotta go. I'll bring you back some gnocchi.
Tune into what matters using adaptive active noise cancellation with Galaxy AI. Get Buds 3 Pro now at Samsung.com. Galaxy AI features require compatible Samsung Galaxy phone and initial setup via Samsung Wear app.
What's 2FA security on Kraken? Let's say I'm captaining my soccer team, and we're up by a goal against, Soda Springs FC. Do we relax? No way. Time to create an extra line of defense and protect that lead. That's like 2FA on Kraken, a surefire way to keep what you already have, safe and sound. Go to Kraken.com and see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Cryptocurrency services are provided to U.S. and U.S. territory customers by Payward Interactive Inc., PWI DBA Kraken. View PWI's disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
This episode is brought to you by Jira. Ever wonder how those big marketing campaigns that make headlines get delivered on time? It all starts with Jira, the only project management tool you need to plan and track work across any team. Every step of that campaign is organised in one place, from launching the campaign all the way back to designing ads and writing creative briefs. Get started on your next big marketing campaign idea today in Jira.
As school germs return, rest easy. Clorox has got your back to school.
Ugh, you're back?
It is I, your kid's germy desk, and I've got things to say. I've been sneezed on, used as a tissue. There's chewed up gum under my...
Calm down. I'll get my Clorox disinfecting wipes.
Oh, and can you please get these sweaty gym clothes off of me?
School, am I right?
Clorox disinfecting wipes kill 99.9% of viruses and bacteria and clean hundreds of messes on hard, non-porous surfaces when used as directed.
Earning your degree online doesn't mean you have to go about it alone. At Capella University, we're here to support you when you're ready. From enrollment counselors who get to know you and your goals, to academic coaches who can help you form a plan to stay on track. We care about your success and are dedicated to helping you pursue your goals. Going back to school is a big step, but having support at every step of your academic journey can make a big difference. Imagine your future differently at capella.edu.
All right, everybody. this goes out to my fantasy football fans out there. Now, you probably heard about Reality Sports Online, the most powerful fantasy sports platform where owners can build and manage their fantasy team like a real NFL general manager. But the question is, have you tried it? I mean, we're talking free agency, multi-year contracts, rookie drafts, multi-team trades. You can put franchise tags on guys. It's as close as you're going to get to being an NFL GM. But do you think it sounds complicated? It's not. I'm here to tell you it's the best thing about Reality Sports Online is it's just more fun than your normal fantasy league, but it doesn't take barely any more time. After all this, are you still not sure? I mean, come on now. You can test your general manager skills by going over to Reality Sports Online, call it RSO. Please go check out realitysportsonline.com right now.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. With over 122 million parts, you can make sure your number one ride or die stays running smoothly. Brake kits, LED headlights, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time. Plus, at these prices, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV Insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injuries and additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Greatness hurts. It's 10,000 hours of hard work, sweat, and setbacks. The aches, the stumbles, the falls. Tylenol provides pain relief for the champion in us all. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand of pain relief and fever reduction. This summer, when greatness hurts, Tylenol will be there with care to help you keep chasing it. That's Tylenol. That's care without limits. Visit Tylenol.com/greatness-hurts to learn more. Use as directed.
Kool-Aid drinkers, we're back. Thank you so much for listening to the show, checking out the sponsors, swinging by the tailgate, repping the show, supporting the show. Again, I play the heel a lot of times on this show. Choppy Chop tries to babyface himself and talk about how he loves this guy and his quarterback's going to do this and everybody loves this, and tries to paint me in the corner, but that's okay. We have fun with it. We both love our football team, our Detroit sports. I mean, we got #Choppy Hockey that's going to be happening soon. We got a big signing, which Chops might work into the show at some point, have a take on it. What else we got? Pistons will be going soon. Wolverines are trying to figure themselves out, but I'm going to kick it over to Choppy Chop for news and notes, maybe a little injury report, but I got confirmation during the break that he will not go on a 15-minute soliloquy or a defense of Jared Goff. He will not talk about Jared Goff's beautiful hair, his looks, his wife, or any other thing regarding JG16. He will stick to other football players of note, and then we will move on to this Cardinals preview, as well as get you guys all hype about why, as much fun as we're having about this bad performance by our quarterback, these other things that happened, this loss to Tampa Bay, it's all going to come together. Going to have a great week this Sunday mid-afternoon in Arizona, and then start rolling teams after that. So nothing to worry. Drink it in, everybody. Double-sided cornbread. You know what it is.
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread!
Chop, I kick it to you. What do you got that's non-Jared Goff related for the people?
Well, let's just start it off with someone who looks almost as good as Jared Goff with that blonde Flo, Fabio, Alex Anzalone, who got hurt in the game, concussed. My sources tell me that it's not bad. It sounds like he will be able to return this Sunday, which is good news for him. I believe he's in the proper steps for concussion protocol going into the week, which is good. Amon-Ra got a little dinged up, but it sounded like that was more like some who was it? Who is it? Are we gonna do you want the live version or are you gonna do the drop over? Which one should we start with?
I think it needs to be a trifecta. I mean, you said something about Amon-Ra. I mean, the only guy I know on our team is number 14, and it's Amon-Ra. I mean, is that what you were talking about?
Maybe how does Stash say it again? How does it go, Stash?
I mean, I think Stash in the ATL thought you were talking about this guy.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the guy that I'm really talking about is Amon-Ra. That's what I was really talking about. And he had some cramping issues and some hammy stuff going on in the game, but he is set to return on Sunday as well. It's going to be a balmy 95 degrees in the desert at game time, which is 4:25 Eastern time zone on Fox in this, like I said, the State Farm Stadium. I hate these stupid stadiums names, like so ridiculous. But anyway, it sounds like Amon-Ra is going to be fine. Ife Melifonwu was questionable, but expected to be back and ready to go. And then
Chops.
Marcus? Yes.
Question for you. If Ife Melifonwu is questionable, what's another synonym for him if you put it on the injury report?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure where you're going with this here.
Well, I mean, if a guy's questionable and his last name's Melifonwu, I guess you could say he's iffy for Sunday, right?
Oh, nice. But where's the? I don't have it. You're the sound guy. Where's the?
I got nothing. Well, no, that's not true. I got hashtag choppy haha. I got that I can always use when you don't laugh at my jokes or try to play, anytime I make fun of Jared Goff and you start to defend him, I can just play that and have you laugh at your boy.
I mean, I gave you kudos. I thought it was good. That's a good one. Iffy is it? Mr. Melifonwu is quite iffy for the game, but it sounds like he should be back. TBD if you ask me, but I hope he plays. As you like to say.
Gosh, you never get my gimmicks right. Have you ever
Is it
got
okay if I say that?
No. Have you ever got an Oakley gimmick correct? Every time you do a gimmick, you don't do the Gibbs one right. If you're gonna do TBD, you better say it the whole way. It's TBD if you ask me, but we'll see. I hope he plays well. I mean, it's not hard.
No, you're the one who always tells me that my gimmickry is too long, and then you want me to give a 4-paragraph about. I shortened it up. I chopped it. Hey! I hashtag chopped it up and made it better. You like that?
Nope. And don't even get me started.
Nope.
Don't even get me started on Demo. I mean, it's Demo, right? Like, Demo, faux show, another skull, let's go, down in the hole, another skull. Like, I don't know how you can continue to deny that on the show. The people are upset that you will not call him Demo, you will not do the long Oakley gimmick. When it's so funny, it makes sense, you go with some other Bula that you...
No, I'm going to call him exactly what I called him when I said that we needed to sign him, and you said it was no way it was going to happen. It was D-Money!
All right. Well, what else you got? You keep getting me distracted when you're messing up gimmicks, calling out my gimmicks, saying that these don't work. I mean, what else is on the report? I mean, DJ, that's my DJ, played pretty well last week. You going to fit that one in?
Go DJ, that's my DJ. Go DJ, yeah.
Well, what's the next thing you're going to do? Tell me that Fabio was out, so he had to, sub in another linebacker. I mean, number 44 for the Detroit Lions. I mean, you're going to tell me all about him? Is that what you're going to do?
No, I wasn't going to tell you about him at all. You don't like the way he spells his first name, though. He spells it the wrong way, but we hope he does well, right? Mr. Derek Barnes.
Well, yeah, that's my boy Derek Barnes. Well, yes, I'm stalling because I'm looking for the drop for the other guy that wears number 44. You know who he is.
You're stalling terribly. What, you got another one? You got a Rodrigo, and then you hit the drop, right?
Right. Was that the live version of the drop?
Well, that was the live version. You got the drop or not?
Rodrigo!
There it is.
There you go. All right, what else you got? And then we got to talk Cardinals and how much I hate their whole team, especially their quarterback.
Oh, gosh. I mean, yeah, we don't even need to worry about who's injured for them. They've got a bunch of guys on IR. And then Xavier Weaver was questionable, but expected to be back. Ho-hum, who is that again? But yeah, let's dive into Midget Murray here. And, not that we have anything against short people, they're just fine, except for, when they can't see over top of the O-line and they can barely throw the ball. So let's, you want to get in on that?
Yes, I want to get in on that. Chops, I absolutely despise Kyler Murray. He's right up there with Smug over there. And where's he play now? New Jersey, New York, wherever the heck he's from. I mean, I hate these two people so much for the way they play, the way they look, the way they act, how you can make Kyler Murray the face of your franchise with his attitude, his lack of leadership, his diminutive stature, his one eye black that he wears, his ridiculous gear you always see him rocking, whether it be on or off the field. He's always injured. He wants to be paid like the best guy. Oh, wow, he had a couple good games. He pranced around the field and made a few runs. Congratulations. I cannot stand this man. I'm not scared of him one bit. Like, oh, he's going to run all over. Oh, he's going to do this. He can't even barely grip the football with his baby hands. And the worst thing I hate about him, again, is the person he is. He's a pompous, arrogant, aloof chump. Just like a Smug 12. So we can play the drop for both these idiots.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, giant twerp, scumbag.
I'm here to tell you Kyler Murray is not good. He's not going to do anything against us on Sunday. He'll make a couple plays, and I mean a couple, maybe less than a handful throughout the whole football game. You know what he'll also do? Make multiple mistakes, throwing the ball to the other team, bumbling them out of his tiny little hands, pouting every time something doesn't go right, complaining to referees. This is what this guy does. Why he wears the number 1 on his chest, I will never know. He damn sure better not have a C on his jersey when I see that stupid red, ridiculous Cardinals uniform, because who would make that guy a captain? I have no idea. I'm so glad he's... I remember people were like, oh, Detroit should trade for Kyler Murray when we had no quarterback, which was before Jared Goff, but even now, with your boy's struggles, I still wouldn't want this midget playing for our team, our city, anywhere in our state. So that's why Kyler Murray rant. Choppy, he's never been on one of my fantasy teams. I've never started him ever. I never would. He's an absolute abomination of a player, a human being, and we're going to absolutely tear him up on Sunday mid-afternoon in the Dome, in the Big Toaster, with the rest of his wannabe teammates, which they think they're going to just, shock the world and tear up the league. It's not going to happen.
But Oakrey, last week he threw for 266 yards.
I don't care.
And a perfect passer rating. He's not going to do that again. Evan Oakrey, he's got Marvin Harrison Jr., who caught 2 touchdown passes, a 60-yard bomb. He's not going to do that again?
Chops, this is what they said. This is what everyone said, or especially me, when this guy decided he was a National Football League player and this team selected him number 1 overall.
It's a bad decision, period, point blank. It was one of the dumbest decisions I ever made.
Terrible decision. I don't even have to ask Charles. No, Chops, that's what I'm saying. Every year, especially in weeks 2, 3, or 4, this guy has a game or two like this, and people go wild talking about how he's going to win the MVP. Oh, he's the best quarterback in fantasy football. He's going to take them to the promised land. And then what happens? Either he gets hurt, he starts crying about everything, he starts throwing the ball all over the field, mostly non-accurate and not to his teammates. I'm not worried at all. Wow, he had a flash in the pan, a good game, a few good plays. The stat line looks good through 2 weeks. Congratulations. This guy is an absolute bum. Can't stand him.
This episode is brought to you by AutoTrader. Look around. What do you see? Cars. Lots of them. And guess what? They're probably on AutoTrader. Whether you're into timeless classics or the latest trends, if you see it on the road, you can likely find it on AutoTrader. New, used, electric, and one day, maybe even flying cars. See a car? Find it on AutoTrader. Visit autotrader.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Stars. Lisa Tadeo's best-selling book is about to become your favorite new show. Based on a true story, the new Stars original series 3 Women stars Shailene Woodley as Gia, a grieving and struggling writer who embarks on a cross-country road trip where she meets 3 women determined to radically change their lives. This one is not to be missed. Watch the season premiere of 3 Women now, only on Stars and the Stars app.
Hey, it's me, the Quenchies. I'm that late afternoon craving you just can't shake. Wait, what's that? Welch's Grape Aid? No! Made with real fruit and no added sugar, nothing answers the call of the Quenchies like Grape Aid. Got the Quenchies? Grab a Grape Aid in your juice aisle.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to bite into Nerds gummy clusters? They're fruity. They're tangy. They're gummy. And they're crunchy. Nerds Gummy Clusters, a union of fruity sweet gummy and tangy crunchy nerds. Unleash your senses. Shop now at nerdscandy.com.
Whether you're working out or working on your high score, you never settle for less. So why should it be any different when you choose your protein drink? Rockin' Protein comes in 3 delicious flavors, has 30 grams of protein, and is always made with fresh milk, so you're never left with that chalky taste. Rockin' Protein. Never settle for less than a great-tasting, high-quality protein drink. Visit rockinprotein.com to find Rockin' Protein wherever you are. Rockin' Protein and Shamrock Farms are registered trademarks of Shamrock Foods Company.
Man, if only you liked, if only I liked Jared Goff as much as you hated Kyler Murray. Oh, wait, I do. Never mind. It sounds like we're about on par there. I am not a huge Kyler fan. I don't hate him as much as you do, but yeah, he's good for some stats, but he's never healthy and he never actually, wins anything. So, enjoy that in the desert there. But I agree with you. We are going to head into the desert, and the Pride is going to travel into Arizona, and we're going to do what we do, man. We're going to be the 12th man on the field for the Lions that they're going to need, but in the away stadium as well.
Here's the other thing. I'm not going to go on a 10-minute rant, but their coach is a freaking dweeb. That's first and foremost. He's got like a terrible receding hairline. He looks like an absolute wimp. Nobody's scared of him, especially Dan Freaky Campbell. I don't even have to pull up their defense, because I know for like 3 or 4 years the Arizona Cardinals thought it was smart to draft like safeties and make them linebackers and make linebackers safeties, or put their safety at corner, or I don't even know what they're trying to do with this multiple defense that they're doing, which was absolute Swiss cheese the last couple of years. Now I'm sure it's a vaunted, 85 Bears defense. That's what they'll tell you. Every year you see these teams like the Cardinals or the Jags or the whoever else that get a couple weapons on the outside and think they're going to just blow up the league until week 4 when they realize all their guys are hurt, or they can't stand up, or they make a couple plays, but nobody's scared of them. Chaps, why don't we just go down there, punch their coach, their quarterback, the whole team right in the mouth, run the football, have your boy do some play action, maybe actually throw accurate wobbly spirals to people. And I see this game as just an absolute beatdown. I had former co-hosts and people were like, but look, they're going to the West Coast on the East Coast, and we never win in Arizona. So, are you going to pull that on me, Choppy? Oh, we haven't won there recently, so now it's going to impact this game. Or, oh, it's such a tough place to play to go into Arizona. No, none of that's true. I don't care how they beat the Rams. I don't care what Kyler Murray's stat line is. Their coach versus our coach in a steel cage. Everybody knows what's going to happen, and it ain't going to take long. And that's what I see with this football game. Us coming off the bus with Penne and Frank and DJ and Hutch, and Arizona just waving the white flag and maybe not even wanting to play this football game. That's what I see going down.
My only concern with that, Okri, is that when Hutch is coming around the corner and he's ready to sack the quarterback, is he going to be able to find Kyler Murray in order to hit him? Because the guy's so small. I mean, Hutch is going to eat all day. And I'm just concerned that he's going to go to swoop him around and take him down. And, Kyler's going to go, this teeny tiny little figure is going to, zip around a little bit there and then trip over his own shoelaces or something. But
I'll put him down to
all right. Anyway, no, I agree with you 100%.
Well, I don't know what else there is to say. Like, I feel like this is a get-right game for the whole Detroit Lions squad. I feel like it's just go down there, play good, tough football. I don't know. Like, I every fantasy show I turn on, every show, it's like we're going to play the new hotness. And, of course, like Dan Campbell, your boy, the quarterback, all our leaders are going to say it's a great football team. It's going to be a great challenge. We'll go down there, got our work cut out for us. I don't buy any of it. I mean, again, I know we can't win every football game. Obviously, we couldn't even beat Baker Mayfield in our own house. But I don't care what happened 10 years ago in Arizona, or if we got to go across the way and you say it's hot out, doesn't matter, it's a dome. I don't care if they open their roof. I don't even know what's going on there. It doesn't matter. Like, the only things I'm worried about is just one of these places that has that stupid feel that they got to bring in from outside that's always a slip and slide. So that'll be something I'll keep an eye on. Other than that, it's like, as long as we protect the football and take the football away, which I guarantee we'll at least get 2-3 turnovers on the Cardinals, if not more. Hashtag what Oakrey said. What do you say after that? Usually I'll mark it or some other boola. Like, multiple turnovers for them. We protect the ball. Chops, I'm just going to go with my score prediction. If you couldn't tell by my 8 rants I've done, I just want to go drop a bomb on this team. So, of course, the last couple of weeks I've been doing 30s, low 30s, mid 30s. Just give me a 40 burger against Arizona. 45 to like 24. An absolute schooling, just absolutely embarrassing them, just walking out like the Detroit Lions are back on the map. Everybody can bury the Cardinals, send them home packing. They'll be in the top 15 of the draft like always, and we can just move on with our lives. That's what I see happening in this football game. Beating them in the run game, the pass game, defense, special teams, whatever you want to do. Full domination. Yes, they'll have a couple plays, a couple spots where you're wowed because Kyler Murray's running around with his twinkle toes and doing circles and doing jump passes. And then you'll look up at the scoreboard and go, wow, the Detroit Lions are up 3 touchdowns. And half the stadium's empty because Arizona Cardinals fans absolutely suck. So there you go. 45-24. Faux show, multiple scores. Let's go.
Oakrey, I think at some point I'm gonna need like the triple wow, a wow for every touchdown you say that we're gonna beat the Arizona Cardinals by, because that was a heck of a prediction. Wow. There it is, the triple wow, 3 touchdowns. Wow, I'm gonna throw in my own wow there because you have been a little conservative on the scoring, a couple 30s, low 30s here and there, and then you drop a 45 burger on the prediction for this week, which I love, by the way. You know me, I love to give the outrageous score predictors. Look, we're 3-point favorites on the road. That tells you something there. The over-under set at 51. I like that you basically said that we're going to get there almost by ourselves, which was awesome. I think, to me, the thing is, this is the game where the offense gets it all put together. We're going to do what we do. We're going to let the O-line just pound the ground, and we're going to use Gibbs, and we're going to use Imani, and then, of course, we're going to open it up and get a nice 50-yard bomb to JMO, hashtag JMO fast. I'm calling another touchdown for Jamison Williams this week. Again, probably from like 40 yards plus, because just that's what we do. And I don't see us putting up 45 points. I like your ambition, but I see this as a 30-24 win. I'm going to go a little conservative this week, Oakrey. I've been given some outlandish predictions. I'm going to say tap the brakes a little. We're going to hit the over, people, but it's going to be 30-24, and the Lions are going to come out on top. And Kyler's going to go cry to his coach. There's going to be, it's going to be a little hugging, a little sobbing, a little crying. It's probably going to ruin the field that, like you said, they roll in and out of that stupid stadium. But the Lions are going to go into this town and they're just going to win. Okay. It's going to be a bounce back. Dan freaking Campbell is going to come back. And I think Ben Johnson is going to actually redeem himself here. He's going to have some great things drawn up, and he's going to show why he's been genius. And with this offense is going to start clicking again. And I think the defense is going to continue on their momentum that they started last week. Okay. They were not so good week 1. I still disagree. I think they were much better in week 2 and actually, good in week 2 statistically. I think that momentum is going to change and they're going to be even better this week. And we're just going to head into town, check the box, come back to Detroit 2-1 after week 3.
I think we'll be saying this after this ball game.
Ben Johnson, I love you. Ben Johnson, you are my hero.
I got more confidence in our OC than our QB, but it's TBD if you ask me. We'll see. I hope they both do well. Chops, are you a little trepidatious because you're a closet Kyler Murray guy, or do you not know if your quarterback's going to be able to throw over or under 8.5 nice spirals or deep balls, or is there something else going on? Because I don't like it when hashtag what Choppy said is on the fence, trepidatious, not sure. I mean, there's got to be something going on there. So I want to know, are the Arizona Cardinals going to score more touchdowns?
Did you listen to what I said? I didn't. It wasn't trepidatious at all. I said we're going to win 30-24. I covered the over. I covered the spread. I said we were just going to go into town to take business. How am I trepidatious? They say, oh, gosh, I'm really concerned about James Conner. Oh gosh, they've got this quarterback who's so good. Oh, no, there was no trepidation. I said we're going to go into town and take care of business. What are you talking about?
It sounded like you only had a 6-point dub, so I think you need to bury the Cardinals and Kyler Murray because he's such a smug piece of crap. That's what I think, like I did for this whole show.
I think it's hilarious that when I make a bold prediction of winning by 10, you're like, Choppy, it's the NFL. Teams don't get beat by more than a touchdown. And then the one time I give a prediction of a 6-point win, you're like, oh, Chops, why are you backing down? Are you scared? Oh, you think the Cardinals are going to do something? Bro, we're going to win 30-24, and it's probably going to be some junk yards at the end where the game is out of hand. But this is a clear, easy win. We're going to go in there, like I said. We're going to invade their stadium. We're going to come out with a victory.
Well, everybody, Chops has a 6-point dub. I have a 21-point dub, so that's why I was questioning your confidence, buddy. So anyway, as you guys can see, my whole effort today was to rile up Chops, talk bad about his quarterback, vent my frustrations about our Lions, and then just kill Kyler Murray for at least 10 minutes straight, make fun of everyone that's an Arizona Cardinals fan, anybody on that team, anybody that thinks they're actually good at football, and then just give you a redonkulous score. Isn't that what Chris Collinsworth said a couple days or a week or two ago about Matty Statty? It's going to be a redonkulous score in favor of the Lions, a beatdown, and all the national media will be apologizing to our city, our team, because we're about to be put back on the map thanks to Kyler Murray, his baby hands, his 8 chains he'll be wearing. Usually, I'm all about swag, Choppy, but Kyler Murray ruins it because he has like a do-rag, an arm sleeve, one eye black, 8 chains, wristbands, finger sleeve, leggings. I don't know what else this guy has on, but he's an absolute. He's right there. It might be above smug for me if you can't tell. They're like neck and neck. But I'll be feeling good when he just bumbles himself all over the field and cries, makes the field soggy, like you said. So, Chops, that's all I got, man. I'm annoyed by this loss. I'm excited about this big dub we're about to have, and then it's Monday Night Football. Seattle Seahawks in the D, black jerseys, blue helmets. Oh, baby. No, wait, I could do better than that. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Chops, what else you got to get us out of here?
Okrie, you're right. It's time to get on the winning track. Okay, we had this little hiccup. We're over it. Let's go to the desert. Let's knock out a Dubski. Let's get to be rumbling and stumbling and ready to go. And then we're just gonna blow through Seattle on Monday Night Football. And this is just a good bounce back week for us. Okay, everything's gonna get on track, and then we get ready for Seattle, who seems to have our number at home, but that, my friends, is going to change this year because the Lions are going to go back-to-back beating those guys out west, the Arizona Cardinals, and then the Seattle Seahawks. So let's go, Lions!
Give me a hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah! And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Everybody, that's what we got. Served up some Kool-Aid, got after each other, did some gimmicks. And we'll catch you next time right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. Take care, everybody. We're out.
I mean, look at him. He's got baby hands.
Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions. Drink it in, man. Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions. Drink it in, man.